Hey YouTube, another stupid series. Throughout my life I've been accused of being argumentative. Now, to some extent I know what they mean, but I want to clear this up. I'm not argumentative. I enter discussions. Now, I'm happy to listen to an exchange of different opinions, but the moment someone deviates from facts or logical conclusions, I then turn it into an argument. And I'm going to give you an example of an occasion when this happened. I don't mind it if someone's wrong or their opinion is wrong, as long as they're not hammering it into other people, because I don't want other people walking away with wrong ideas in their head. So one such occasion was, a good 5-6 years ago, I was at this evening out, and I didn't really know many of the people at this place. I went with a friend and a few other people I knew, but the majority of the people we were sat around playing board games. I didn't know anyone. I say board games, we were playing games. I don't really remember. This is quite a while ago. I just remember the argument. Now there was a woman there, I'm not a big fan of her. Her husband is a complete wimp. And she's really strong in personality. And she just dominates over the top of him. And it's quite funny to watch, but at the same time you sort of feel your heart goes out to him, like, man up a bit. Anyway, she's mouthing off all evening her opinions. And opinions that were wrong. I was sort of listening to it thinking, you're wrong. That's not correct. You may be nearly correct, but you're not correct. Yeah, well basically what I think is this, and yeah, like I wouldn't do that, that kind of thing. And that's the way she spoke, and I was thinking, oh chill out and stop speaking. But I couldn't bring it up because this wasn't my people. These people had gathered round her, so she was the leader of this group of people, and I didn't really know any of them. But there was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, we're sat around this table, someone spills some red wine and it goes over the cloth and onto this girl's white dress. Immediately she pipes up, oh mate, that's not good, yeah, but I know how to sort that out. And I was thinking, alright, here we go. Hopefully she'll say, get some Vanish or some bicarbonate of soda, something along those lines, the smart opinion. No, she went with, and I've heard this said before, she went with, get some white wine, pour it on top, it will clear it right out, yeah? Because the thing is, white wine clears red wine. And that was it. I'd had enough. I couldn't cope with the gobby, mouthy falsehoods. I don't know whether it's true or false, but what I do know is it sounds like absolute junk. So I went, shut up. Shut up. That's not true. I went, where have you heard this? Where's your source material? Mate, I've heard it. And I went, you might have heard it in an email. Doesn't make it true. Where's the scientific explanation? That's your opinion, she said. That's your opinion. And I went, well, no, it's not my opinion. You expressed the opinion. I'm saying, no. To which he said, just do it. And I went, if you're so confident in doing it, pour red wine on yourself. You've got a dress on. Pour red wine, and then we'll see if it comes out with white wine. And she went, no, because I haven't spilt red wine on me, have I? And I went, no, I'm not saying you have. What I'm saying is, your opinion is that white wine clears it. So pour some red wine on yourself, and then pour some white wine on yourself, and it'll come right out. Don't need to worry about it, because you're sure that it'll work. And she went, no, I haven't spilt red wine on myself, so I don't need to, do I? And I said, no, I'm well aware of that. I can see you haven't. What I'm saying is, you're suggesting that this young lady should pour white wine on her already spoilt dress because you think it will work in removing the stain. If you're so certain, experiment first on yourself. Make yourself the guinea pig, not her. Mate, why would I do that? And I said, well, because you're sure that it works. Nah, I don't need to do it. I've got no red wine on me. And it was like talking to a moron. It was going round in circles. I knew that she didn't. It was like I couldn't see her. And she was explaining it from the dark, and I was misunderstanding her. Absolutely wasn't the case. I could see exactly what was going on. And she knew what was going on deep down. She just didn't want to be cornered on it. And this was her group of people. What was amazing was, she used the word, that's your opinion. And people rallied round that side. So I went with facts. And reasonable deduction of thoughts. Why would white wine magically clear red wine? Whether it's true or not, don't know. But why should the girl be the guinea pig? Use the one that's expressing the opinion as the guinea pig. It works, fine, do it. But don't suggest it and make someone do it. But everyone rallied round her like like I was being a terrible person for suggesting she should err on the side of caution. So this became an argument, and the catalyst for all of it was opinions. And I wasn't expressing an opinion, I was trying to deduce facts. But she wasn't interested in that, she was interested in her opinion. But her point to me was, well, that's your opinion. No, I didn't express opinions. And that is really, as I said, the catalyst for arguments is opinions. If you stick to facts, if you stick to reason and logic, there is no argument, it's just a discussion. Say I bring something up and say, oh, such and such is like this, and I'm wrong, that's fine. If you can then reasonably discuss with me what makes it wrong and present to me facts, I'll go, oh, yeah, I'm wrong, sorry, my mistake. If you go, well, that's your opinion, that's not helping anything. It's similar to people who say, I don't believe what I read in the newspapers. That's fine, you don't have to. But don't perpetuate that to other people, because then you're influencing people into not believing what they read in the papers. If you turn around to me and say, I don't believe what I read in the papers because, for example, this article says that this happened, but I researched it, or I was an eyewitness, and I can tell you that's not what happened at all. So I don't believe what this writer in the newspaper writes. Don't slash a news. I don't trust the BBC. Why? Well, because of all the scandals that have happened. Okay, but those were scandals that happened years ago and have nothing to do with the current crop of people in charge of the BBC. Do you see what I'm saying? You wouldn't write something off like that. But people who are stupid they'll just dismiss something on the past, on opinion. Stick to facts, stick to logic and reason. And the moment you do that, you don't have to have arguments, just discussions.